Let's see what we got. Gucci Man betrays Pooh Shiesty and exposed as a federal informant. Now, why they saying Gucci betrays Pooh Shiesty, nigga? Pooh Shiesty the one robbed this man.
Gucci Mane is officially.
Now, I understand the whole logic of, Gucci's supposed to be real street nigga, you know what I'm saying? So, he shouldn't be able to come out now and be like, oh, I'm a businessman, I don't live by street rules, which is correct. He probably don't no more, but you been in the streets too. Like, you talk too much of that gangster shit. So now we gotta see it, you know what I'm saying? So,
See the greatest snitch in hip hop since 6ix9ine. Gucci Mane just made sure that Pooh Shiesty isn't coming home anytime soon. The next time we see Pooh Shiesty will be 50 years old. In our last video, we revealed how Pooh Shiesty, his girlfriend, his daddy, they're all sitting in jail right now.
I heard they ain't got enough that they really don't got no footage of him having a gun or some shit like that.
On Fed charges. And today, the feds finally came out, gave their press conference and broke down why they arrested Pooh Shiesty, his daddy, his girlfriend, among other people, including they got, an arrest warrant for Big 30 right now. And they broke down it all stemmed from this Gucci Mane incident. See, we reported 4 months ago that Pooh Shiesty held Gucci Mane at gunpoint, made him sign a contract to take Pooh Shiesty from out of his deal. The feds update is even worse than I thought. First off, Pooh Shiesty is the dumbest human being on earth. You don't get much stupider than Pooh Shiesty.
How you go with your ankle monitor on? Tripping.
2, Gucci Mane is one of the biggest rats in hip-hop history. One of the most surprising rats in hip-hop history.
How?
Gucci Mane is the last rapper that if you told me was a rat, I would tell you no way. Gucci Mane is officially a rat
worse version of academics.
I'm Ryan Rabel, I'm the U.S. Attorney for the Northern District of Texas. Thank you for coming. This week, 9 individuals, including well-known musical artists, kidnapped and robbed at gunpoint numerous victims at a music studio in Dallas, Texas. Kadarius Waters, Terrell Williams Jr.
Is the hard way or the easy way? They got Pooh Shiesty and his daddy at like a Staples printing out the contract they made up themselves. So they brought the contract to the studio. Pooh Shiesty told Gucci Mane, hey, can I holler at you in the private room? Gucci said, yeah. They go to the private room. Pooh Shiesty said, hey, listen, could you sign me out of this deal? Sign this contract and release me, please. Gucci Mane said, hell no, I ain't signing you out of the deal. Bro, you just came home. You hot as grease. Bro, I'm not signing you out this deal, bro. Yo, you my artist.
That's some business shit.
Pooh Shiesty got irritated. Then Pooh Shiesty told somebody to go ahead and grab his bag.
Gucci already had put out that little thing about, man, I'm letting go all my artists except for Pooh Shiesty and somebody else. Probably Big 30, but except for Pooh Shiesty and somebody. That nigga definitely wanted to keep you. You know what I'm saying? He know
the person then brought the bag to Pooh Shiesty. Pooh Shiesty pulled out an AR pistol, they said.
And they saying he doing all this just to get back at Gotti. You know what I'm saying? That yo got it from fucking his wife a long time ago. So
and pointed it at Gucci and told Gucci to sign it. Gucci obviously said, all right, cool, I'll sign it. Now, while Pooh Shiesty got a pistol to Gucci Mane, making him sign it, Pooh Shiesty, grimy Memphis dudes, is in the other room robbing Gucci Mane's security, robbing like white dudes who came with Gucci Mane. These is business people. These is people who,
man, Shiesty them getting Gucci out of earrings and watches and shit. Fuck, I gotta get something out of it too. That ain't enough for all of us. So let me get some out these niggas. You hear me?
Came with Gucci. White boys. Crazy. They robbing the white boys for their Rolex bags with multiple watches in it, for their wallets, for everything. I'm like, hold on. If the purpose was to have them to sign you out of the deal, why are you robbing the people with Gucci? That makes no sense.
You didn't want to willfully sign over the deal, so now I gotta force you to sign over the deal. And if I gotta force you to sign over the deal, bitch, everybody getting it. That's how you feel
whatsoever.
Everybody gotta get it.
But the robbery continued,
real talk.
Even though Gucci Mane was signing the contract to get Pooh Shiesty from out of it. Now, apparently, like, Pooh Shiesty had to ask his daddy, which is why the daddy is currently, in jail. Pooh Shiesty had to ask his daddy, hey, Pops, is this good enough? The Pops said, nah, Pooh, tell him to, like, sign a date.
As alleged, Williams Jr. produced an AK-style pistol and forced one of the defendants to the point of near unconsciousness. Defendant Wright barricaded the studio door with his body to prevent the victims from escaping. The ringleader of the conspiracy,
the first one to rat. They talking about Gucci, nigga. The police officer who was there ratted. The people who y'all robbed are not street people. They are business people in the studio. Of course, they gonna tell and rat. And Gucci just gotta be there apply and be like, yeah, I was there. They got me too. You know what I'm saying? So
Lontrell Williams Jr. was on home confinement at the time of the offense.
Other people. If you wouldn't have robbed them other people and shit, then maybe they probably wouldn't have ratted on you robbing Gucci. Who knows?
As alleged for a prior firearms conspiracy charge and conviction out of the subject charged in the complaint, and as described further in the complaint.
First off, man, Pooh, you going to jail, bro. Y'all, I don't know how much to explain this. You ain't coming home. See you at 50 if you're lucky. I'm thinking at this point it's 60 plus, bro, because they got y'all in 4K. So Pooh Shiesty recruited one dust mice, one of the dustiest of the dust.
You say they got him in 4K. Do they got him with the gun and all that shit too? Because I thought they didn't.
Mice called Damn Fool 375. So this dude stole, well, he robbed the dudes who was with Gucci Mane, and they also robbed Gucci Mane as well, okay? So we see it right here. So on surveillance footage from the offense location, the individual believed to be Rogers can be seen exiting the building carrying what appears to be the Louis Vuitton bag MM reported stolen. Now, Rogers also posted a video on his Instagram showing him wearing a Rolex GMT Master Batman Rolex with an oyster steel that appears visually similar to the watch stolen from MM. So this dude is flexing with stolen watches and stolen jewelry because he never had nothing, man.
I hate these style Rolexes.
This dude draws still stink.
Like real white people love these Rolexes right here.
Right, he never had nothing.
So that's how you can tell he stole this off a white person.
And it's a shame as well because you doing drills for Pooh Shiesty, who's a multi-millionaire, and you ain't never had a Rolex.
All right.
So he's flexing, and the police is seeing this like, oh my God, just thank God, thank God. And what makes things worse is the person who they robbed had air tags on the product. So they stole these things and they're bringing these things to their homes. And the air tags is tracking them the entire time. They're being tracked with the air tags.
Tripping.
So the air tags got their location. Then the police go to your Instagram and see you posted up with the same things you... all right, but forget about it, bro. All right, bro, cool, man. Yo, Pooh Shiesty, you cook, bro. And after all this abundance of evidence, we didn't find out that everybody who got robbed, including Gucci Mane, is cooperating.
The charging document outlines some of the evidence, just some, establishing the defendant's roles in the federal offense. This is as follows. Electronic monitoring data placing Williams Jr. at the offense location, which would put him in violation of his home detention conditions. Cell phone records and license plate reader data corroborating the coordinated travel of multiple defendants from Memphis, Tennessee to Dallas. Rental car records confirming Williams Sr. rented a vehicle that was used by the group. Surveillance footage.
They could have had a whole nother nigga rent the vehicle, but they had his daddy rent the vehicle. Like that.
From the offense location, a nearby office supply store, and a hotel where several of the defendants stayed following the offense. Fingerprint evidence as well that was recovered from the crime scene, matching at least two of the defendants. Social media posts by defendants displaying what appears to be stolen property just in the days following the offense. Greyhound bus records confirming the travel of multiple defendants from Dallas to Memphis the day after the offense. In this case, came to Dallas to conduct legitimate business, and they were met with firearms and violence as alleged in the charging document.
Gucci Mane's real name is Roderick Davis, and he is identified as RD in the paperwork. I want to say Gucci Mane is the biggest rat since 6ix9ine, but I'm happy about this, sir. Tell them all these niggas, man. Right? Man, yo, listen, man, y'all out here robbing them good white folks, acting like y'all can be held accountable. Man, Gucci Mane, I'm proud of you, man, for not keeping it street. Bro, they rob your employees.
Proud of that.
So, Gucci Mane, RD.
I do respect it that Gucci ain't in the streets no more. Probably been out the streets for at least 5, 6, 10 years, you know what I'm saying? But still, you been through enough shit and said enough shit to you can't cooperate with the police. Nah, I don't care what you say. Nah, it is on some business shit, so To me, that does make it a little different. But since you got robbed too, and you really ratting on the rob, like now if they didn't rob him and it was just signed over the paperwork shit, then that'd be different. I don't know, man.
Actually knew Pooh Shiesty William Jr. by both his legal name and the name under which he performed. So he identified Pooh Shiesty by his legal name and the name under in which he performs.
Oh, all right.
All right.
So that's why
so they verified Pooh Shiesty's Instagram account, etc., etc.
Two names before his name. You you got MM and you got BP and RD. But you never know who said what, who stuck. Cause like once a nigga start ratting and it's already out there, he like fuck it. The people who was there told everything that happened. Now Gucci could have said, "Fuck, I don't want to talk." Fuck, they said everything they need to say is true. But if he still says something,
they verified Pooh Shiesty's Instagram account, etc., etc. Now this says RD Gucci Mane described Pooh Shiesty as wearing a black Nike brand Shiesty mask, black hooded shirt, and black pants during the offense. An online search of Pooh Shiesty matched the individuals and depicted throughout Pooh Shiesty's Instagram. The victims also identified Pooh Shiesty's daddy Instagram as Mob Ties Global. Now, Big 30, Gucci Mane, and the other people that got robbed identified Big 30, a well-known hip-hop artist also known as Big 30, as present during the offense. Gucci Mane identified his Instagram account as Big 30, which is verified by Instagram. The account contains photographs of Big 30 and Pooh Shiesty and Waters and others. We like to laugh and joke, but let's be serious right here. Gucci Mane had to tell, not for the obvious reasons. Gucci Mane has Pooh Shiesty signed to him. Gucci Mane knows that Pooh Shiesty is demanding a heavy bag. Gucci Mane can take Pooh Shiesty right now and sell Pooh Shiesty to a larger label and receive a $15, $20 million bag.
Right.
If Pooh Shiesty made Gucci Mane under duress, sign release papers to get Pooh Shiesty from out of his deal, when Gucci Mane goes to court to say, hey, I signed this under duress, Gucci Mane would have had to tell anyways.
Right.
Y'all didn't think Gucci Mane was going to take a $15 or $20 million L to keep it street and real, right? Like y'all didn't think that Gucci Mane was going to allow Pooh Shiesty to finesse himself out the contract, go ahead and sign a $20 million deal and keep him out of it, right? Y'all didn't think Gucci Mane was that stupid, right? That he was going to lose $20 million for trying to be street,
got the white
right? For trying to win over y'all validation. Man, cut it out, man. Gucci Mane said, hold on. My two options here is I either tell them folks I signed that contract under duress and tell,
fuck you making all these faces for?
I'm telling. As he should.
Lying and look crooked as a motherfucker.
Gucci Mane only had one option. Because if he planned on contesting signing the release paper, he would still have to explain, bro, this is your signature. They have you on camera signing this. You is on camera signing this release paper. Because in the indictment, they said that Pooh Shiesty and his daddy pulled out a cell phone and they recorded Gucci Mane signing it so Gucci Mane can't deny signing it.
Right.
So if they have you on camera signing this release paper, they got your signature on the paper, they can take this to any label and say, hey, yo, we're out of the contract. I want a new deal. Gucci Mane would have had to say in court of law, these folks made me sign this under duress. Well, how did they make you sign it under duress? They made me sign it under duress by telling me if I don't sign it, they will kill me. They had a pistol to me. If you was going to say this in civil court, then you could have just said this in criminal court, in which he did. Gucci Mane did what he had to do to make sure that Pooh Shiesty and them folks got locked up. So he now...
And the crazy part, all this shit happened like months ago, huh? But it's just not coming out now. So you telling me they went to court and did all this shit already and they just not came to got Pooh Shiesty and them to go to jail?
I
don't know.
Has the proof and the evidence crazy that they made him sign this under duress. So now Pooh Shiesty is still signed to Gucci Mane and Gucci Mane still got Pooh Shiesty rights. Y'all let me know in the comment section, man, what do you guys think about it?
But you still didn't really say how that made Gucci a snitch, because it really ain't no proof that Gucci said anything. Everybody just assuming. I'm assuming that the cop said something first. I would assume that the off-duty cop said something first. The white man who got his Rolex said something. And then Gucci probably just was like, hey, man, niggas came in and robbed us. They got me out of all my shit. But these two over here is telling exactly who it was. Yeah, it was Pooh Shiesty and them. They had a meeting and da-da-da-da. That's how I see this shit going. I could be wrong. If I'm wrong, y'all put it in the comments. Let's talk about it, you know?